Good afternoon. My name is Terry Chen. I'm a District H resident, and I'm a community organizer with Woody Juntos serving immigrant communities in Spring Branch. I'm here today to ask council members to tag this budget, and I have 3 points to make. Point 1, the cost of these raises is crippling the City of Houston budget long term. The raises are estimated to cost $832 million over the course of the agreement, and at least $76 million this year alone. This city is already facing a projected $220 million budget shortfall, stemming in part from last year's $1.5 billion contract and back pay settlement with the firefighters union. This is a gross financial mismanagement and is spending money that the City of Houston does not have. The City of Houston is not the federal government, and balancing the budget is a zero-sum game. To make way for increases to HPD's already over $1 billion budget, the City of Houston will have to cut essential services that Houstonians rely on. Because of the Texas State Legislature, reducing the amount of money in HPD's budget will be challenging. This will hamstring the City of Houston's finances for years to come. And as climate disasters exacerbates weather disasters in Houston, we need to be investing in making our infrastructure more climate resilient. Point 2 is transparency. How can the mayor with no public input negotiate for a city of over 2.3 million people? During the last HPOU contract cycle, there were promises to make this process much more open to the public, but that did not occur. Other cities have open processes that allow for community engagement. Point 3 is it rewards bad behavior. Like everybody has talked about today, the use of force incidents are trending up year after year for HPD, and we're rewarding them with a bigger budget. There are large racial disparities in the use of force incidents, as black drivers were the victims of 56% of the use of force incidents after a traffic stop, even though they're only 22% of the Houston's population. Does that sound like a job well done to you? The Police Oversight Board, which was revamped after the murder of George Floyd, has done little to hold officers accountable. A report by the Chronicle found that there was only one single incident where the Oversight Board review of an incident actually led to a more severe discipline for an officer. The Civilian Oversight Board is largely toothless because HPD can reject the board's recommendations if they disagree. The city controller just said to the Chronicle that he will not certify the budget as it currently stands. Council members, your obligation as elected officials calls on you to tag the vote for a new police contract. We simply cannot afford it. We cannot vote on the police contract before we know what's going to happen with this drainage case. It puts the entire budget at risk. Due to these concerns, we ask you to tag this budget until both council members and the mayor's staff are able to sit down with immigrant and black and brown communities to explain the impacts and future implications. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Next speaker. Next speaker.
Damaris Gonzalez.
Good afternoon. My name is Damaris Gonzalez. I'm a community organizer with the Texas Organizing Project. I'm here today to uplift the concerns of my community, a community who's living in fear. For several months, the Houston Police Department has been collaborating with ICE, contributing to the separation of hundreds of families. So you will all understand my concern when I heard that Houston Mayor Whitmire is trying to allocate millions of dollars on more policing, while communities of low income continue to face the challenges and hardships after the damages caused by Hurricane Beryl last year. Climate change is a real thing, and we are days away from entering into a very active hurricane season this year. So I want to urge all of you today to put out those millions of dollars towards resources and community programs so that our families can get some relief. We cannot continue to pray for safer cities while our communities are being defunded. City council members, your obligation as elected officials calls on you to tag the vote for the new police contract, which will cost the city $75 million this year. We do not have the money to give the police department a raise. We invite you all to meet with us so that we can talk about the negative impacts that this budget will leave in our city if it's passed. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Councilmember Evans Shabazz for a procedural motion.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. I'd like to suspend the rules